Okay, so what we're going to be doing is pricing strategy, competitive analysis, and also the marketing mix. So I'm going to go for this pretty quickly in the next couple of minutes. So bear with me. Now, first things is that there are four different ways of doing your pricing. There's more, of course, but this is the basic four simple one you could do. Cost plus a percentage. So how much it costs you, you add a percentage on top. What customer willing to pay. So you do a survey about this, okay? So this is the best way to do it. Now, demand and life cycle of a product. So if you make a product, it's brand new, there's high demand for something that's new, right? Which is fair, but as it become more popular, then the prices will drop. So you got to go with the life cycle. And of course, the final one is following your competitor's price. So whatever competitors is charging, you charge the same price. Now, cost to provide your product and services. So when you do have a look at the cost, you need to see how much does it cost you to deliver it. Now, the overheads, the marketing expenditure. So let's say you got a product and it costs you $10 to buy the material and then another, $20 to put it together. So it costs you 30. Now, you can't just sell that at 30, okay? It's because you got other expenditure. So you probably need to have a percentage, so at least, $60. So you have to double it to make it worthwhile. Because cost you 30 to make, you're gonna sell at least, $60. So you need to put a 100% on top of it, okay, to make profit. Now that's just for products. What if you got a service, for example? Now what I would do is look at your marketing overheads and all that, work it out roughly. So, and then work out a price that if you were as an employee, okay, how much will you get? So let's say you are doing some sort of counseling service, and the standard rate is $100 for the counsel rate. You can always ask, that's what I do. But as an employee, they probably pay you maybe $40 or $50. So that's how much you possibly get. So but how come they charge $100? So maybe because of all those fees, rental rooms, storage costs, credit card and all that. So they add another $10 on top, and then they take $40 as a profit. That's how they make the $100, the pricing. So you can do the same thing, so work out if you're an employee, if you're providing a service, how much did they pay you? And then you work it out. If you need to cover all the expenditure, what we add on top of it. Okay, so that's one simple way to do it. Now, if you have both of the product and service, you do both, so service, serving, use a salary base, and then work out the cost and all that stuff, and then on top a percentage. If you are selling products, how much it costs you to buy, and then you're going to have a percentage, okay, just to make a profit. That makes sense. If you're buying crystals and things like that, that's a wholesaler cost. So then you've got to work out how much you're going to retail. Okay, so you're going to make a profit too. So if you can get something for like, $5, $10, you can sell to $30. Now, you're probably thinking, how come sell so much? Well, all those expenditures, you have to cover it. Okay, cool. Now, the next one is how much the customer willing to pay. Now, this is where you actually do some research and find out basically, and you're going to use SurveyMonkey. Okay, so I will show you how to use it, not an issue, but you got to do it. Then ask your target market, if I charge you this, what do you think? Now, you don't offer them just a blank number. You ask them, if you got a service, would you pay $50, $60, $70, $80? Okay. And then you ask them to choose, so you do a couple different ones. And that's how you work it out roughly. Now, the thing is, the target market you've chosen must fulfill whatever you're going to sell. Okay, don't choose a target market. They don't have money, so it's no point. The other thing is, refer to your financial goal. I mean, yeah, they can, you can ask how much they pay, but if, it doesn't fit your financial goal, doesn't mean that target market is okay for you. You can choose something else. I mean, the world is a big place. There's lots of wealthy people. So, have a look at other places. Now, this is what we talk about demand and life cycle. So price skimming is a strategy. Basically, we charge a high price when there's a demand is high. Makes sense, when the first Apple comes out, the phone, everybody wants it, everyone lines up. But as the price gradually, as the product saturated. Price soft drop a little bit, but there was another new phone coming up, and then there's another one. So they keep attracting new people because of the feature is pretty impressive. If you think about it, back then when the first iPhone comes out, it was the most intuitive touch phone you ever seen, basically. And then everyone else is basically following. So they can charge whatever price they want. Now, if the new product, for example, new technologies, things like that, people are willing to pay top dollars, like those virtual reality glasses, the 3D one, people would actually pay a lot of money. But as the product getting older, price will drop with simple technologies. Remember computers that 5 years ago, you can probably pick it up for like $50 now. So because it's a bit outdated. So just be aware of that. So price skimming also is quite common when there's a peak and off-peak sales cycle. So if your product is a seasonal type of product, do that using price skimming. And this is actually quite a good way to get more sales. I mean, I do it for my Christmas sales because I import and export. I do have a business in that. So I do that quite a bit. I have an educational company. I have a cigar business that I sell cigar online. I actually have two. I sit on the board. Okay, guys. I help them with the financials, and also I help with them basically negotiating contracts for the cigars, which is always fun when you're dealing with two different people or two different type of people. Anyway, but you can actually do that using different pricing based on demand and life cycle. Now, finally is how much does your competitors charge, right? So I would definitely copy the competitors. I do that all the time, actually. I used to do that when I was much younger. I used to, because there's only one phone line. So I used to do that, and I go to the public phone and I change my voice and ask for different pricing and all that. And then they realize it's me. So I got my families involved and then my friends and all that. But I do tons of competitive research on pricing. And how competitors charge can be based on their size of the business. The bigger the size, of course, got multiple locations, they can buy in bulk. And if they can do that, then they can lower the price. And also how long they've been around. Sometimes suppliers, especially wholesalers, they like to sell to people that they've been doing business for a long time because they feel more comfortable and they know that they can do it. They can pay them. So, and they're willing to do more flexibility with pricing. If they charge them less, they can pass the saving to the customers, basically. So this is the first part of the recording, and I will continue into the competitive analysis one.